sun goes down too far.
Give you some water.
As you see, I brought a ladder here, guys.
It's a little giant.
Let's go. It's a little giant. It's not quite the little giant. I have that at home. It has too many things. We're right here, guys. I want to teach you guys about the ladder. It's so much about life.
Hell yeah.
Don't walk up it.
I was thinking about this, guys, a few weeks ago. I was trimming up a bunch of bushes, and it was pretty unstable. See how that ladder rocks like that? You could probably climb it, but it would be a lot harder. But you know what it is? Life is like this ladder. See that thing, that bag right there with this junk in it that's making this unstable? That's a bad attitude. Get rid of it. You can't climb this ladder with a bad attitude. You can't. And everywhere in life, you guys, you got to take this ladder and set it on a good foundation to make it stable. Like I kicked that bag out of there, the bad attitude, you got to have a good foundation. And that is morals, values, and a great positive attitude. It'll make this ladder a whole lot easier to climb. And with the bad attitude and stuff that happens in your life, guys, it's like taking this bag and filling it with rocks and heavy things, and you got to strap it on your back and you try to climb. Sure, you can get up there, but you know what? It's going to be so much harder to climb. Get rid of it. Make it lighter. And also with this ladder, so many people want to go from right here all the way up here that fast. You know what happens?
They get there, but they don't stay there.
They get up here, you're right, they get up here, but they don't stay very long. Why? It's like winning a lottery. A couple years ago, I watched the 40 biggest lottery winners in this country. 17 of them are dead because of drug and alcohol abuse. They partied too much. They had instant success. They went from here, and what happens is each one of these steps, guys, you learn something. And very few people in life want to end up here, and they hate going back. People don't want to go backwards in life. But you know what? You learn something on each and every step that you go up this ladder. Every single step, you learn something. And if you fall back, it won't take you as long to get back up there because you learned something along the way. And as you can see, there's more than one way to get to the top. You don't have to go the same way as everybody else, but as you go and you start learning, you start climbing the ladder and you get up there, and you know what? It's a wonderful view. And just because you got to the top, reach down and help somebody else come up. That's where your coaches are. They're up here, not because they have a big ego, because they want to help you guys. Each and every one. That's why I'm here, to help you guys get up to the top.
What top?
The very top. But what happens too, guys, in the ladder, you get up there, sometimes it falls over on you. Bad things happen. Somebody that you love dies. Somebody that you love leaves you. Your house may burn down. A lot of things can happen. And each one of that time it happens, it comes as a defining moment in your life. My first defining moment, I was 8 years old. My dad came home, he was drunk, and he beat the whole family up, 6 kids and my mom. And he passed out drunk. Rocked my world. I sat in the living room. I remember the spot. My mom still lives in the same house. And I looked over and I seen him passed out. And at 8 years old, I came up with this conclusion. When I'm a father, I will not be like that. And when you guys go through things in life, bad things, you only got 2 choices. You can either come out of it bitter or better. And at that moment right there, with God's help, he decided to say, you know what? Be better. And when you go through tough things in your life, guys, your heart will either get hard or it'll soften. And that's why I'm here tonight. If I had a hard heart, I wouldn't care about any of you. I wouldn't care. I'd still be working right now, and I'd be thinking about me. And that's what happens in this world. Too many people think about themselves. And the reason I come out here, guys, is I want to share things with you, things that I've learned. How to get to this ladder. And when I fall down, at 16 years old, my brother and best friend were killed in a car accident by a drunk driver. It happened 3 days before my 17th birthday. My world was rocked, okay? And you know what? How I got through it? I sat there and wondered, did I even care? At 16 years old, did I even care? I lost my brother and my best friend who lived 6 houses up the street from me. I didn't care. I was in a daze for like 3.5 weeks. But what changed me, what helped set this ladder back up, is when I was standing in a funeral home on Main Street and the door opened, one by one, classmates from this school came there. And little by little, I started healing. And don't think that you don't make a difference by one word you can say. You don't even have to say a word. Nobody said anything. They said, I don't know what to say. You know what I determined at 16 years old? Guys, your age and younger, you don't have to say a word. Just you being here makes all the difference. And then life goes on. And you start learning things. And then just a few years ago, before Christmas, my youngest brother died, had surgery. And I told a couple of you guys, I don't remember, you were freshmen then, but I met her at the cemetery right down the street. It was a Tuesday night, November 9th. It was raining. I came up here, and everybody asked me, why are you here tonight? It's not Wednesday. Because I didn't want to go home to an empty house. I've been through 2 divorces. First one, I almost died. I was 170 pounds in 5 months, with 128. Another defining moment. It felt worse than when my brother and best friend died. And after 7 months of looking at my bones like a Holocaust survivor, you know what I did? Nobody's gonna do that to me, because nobody controls you. You control your thoughts and your actions. That's all you guys will ever do in life. You will control your thoughts and your actions. Nothing else. Nothing. So you know what? I'm not going to let somebody do that to me ever again. So you know what I did? I had a choice. I could have got bitter or better. I needed to start filling my head with positive stuff. So I started buying books. Besides the Bible, I read this book, Doing the Impossible. The 25 Laws for Doing the Impossible. Say yes to your potential. A good friend of mine, Skip Ross. Even eagles need a push. Finding your sweet spot. You know what my sweet spot is? Being here every week talking to you guys. This is what I love to do. I didn't even know it. 9 years I've been doing this, guys, because I care about you and I want to share stuff with you. And the book I'm reading, just finished reading, was that one. Invaluable Laws of Growth. If you guys buy this book right here, and if you want it, tell me, when you get through finished reading it and you talk to me about it, I'll pay each one of you $5. You want to make $5? Read this book. I will pay you $5. Tell me if you want this book. I'll order it for you. You read it. We talk about it. I'll pay you $5. Sound like a sweet deal? Have you ever been paid to read a book? I'll pay you $5 if you want it. And this book right here I've read for 14 years. I can open up any page in any of these books and get something out of it because I highlight it. Believe and achieve. You'll never achieve anything in life unless you first believe it's possible. So what happens when you climb the ladder, guys, I've seen this so much in my life, people get right up here and they just sit here. They reach this level right here. And most people my age, they're comfortable. It's a dangerous place to be. It's called complacency. I hit that 5 years ago with my business. All I want to do is put it on cruise control. Most people's lives are on cruise control. You either are going up on this ladder or you're coming down. You're never standing still. And people just sit here and they look around. You know what? You got one life, guys. One. There's no do-over. You seniors, this will be probably the last time you play football this season. It's it. Done. So what you need to do is I got out of that complacency, the most dangerous place to be. And what I did, Jaden, Zach, come up here. Look at that. Now it becomes a different ladder. It goes up there a whole lot higher. Keep your goals high, because if you only hit it right here and you stay there, it's dangerous. And you know what, when you're climbing the ladder, get over on this side and hold it tight, hold it tight. Ask for help. You can't do it all. There's not one person on this planet that ever can make it to the top by themselves. So you ask. I'm not climbing. Hold it tight. You gotta have guys you trust. So you start climbing the ladder. Are you guys strong? Am I gonna have to, huh? But you start reaching, climbing up. Ask for help. Find somebody that you trust, that you have a lot of respect in, and you get up to the top. So that's, you know what, guys? This is a ladder. You'll never look at a ladder again the same way, because that is life. You climb up it, you reach a certain point, you come back down. And when you're sitting there, you think about a defining moment in your life when you're having a rough time. And think about this talk. And you go, is it worth climbing? Looks too hard to me. But that's why I'm here, guys. Because you're winners. Winners don't stay in one spot long. They get up. They fight. They dig deep inside themselves and fight. They don't give up. They don't quit. You guys are all winners. I believe in you guys. And that's why I'm here. Each and every one of you I believe in. And every day I think about what I can share. That all happened with me trimming bushes on Warwick Hills on an uneven ground. I thought about you guys. Everything I do in my life, I try to think, how can I apply it? Just climbing a ladder. You guys can sit down. Thank you. Here. But these two guys he heard this talk a month ago over at Target. He heard it a month and a half ago at his house. And so they wondered, when are you going to do the ladder? Well, there it is, guys. You'll never look at a ladder again. And Rich DeVos, who owns the Orlando Magic, I asked him this question just last month. He's worth over $6 billion, and I sat down and talked to him for 20 minutes, just him and I. Then I asked him this, what do you do when you get down in your life? He says, it's easy, I get up. Because I'm no good to anybody, including myself, when I'm down. So I get up, and it's called recovery time. When you guys are in surgery, you have to go in the recovery room. When you're injured, you have to go through it. But you know what? That's the same thing when something happens to you. How fast is your recovery time? Mine used to take a long time. So what do? Start putting good stuff in my head. I've never done any drugs. I've never drank. I'm not a perfect person. But you know what? Winners only put good stuff in their minds and in their bodies. Don't waste your money on trash, because it's going to make this ladder so much harder to climb. Put good stuff in. I've got a lot more to say, guys. We could be here for a couple hours. If you guys ever want, we'll do a 2-hour talk on a Saturday, but I'll let you guys go. And you know what? Turn to the guy next to you and say, I believe in you. And that's what it's all about, guys.
Amen. Good.
And I'll finish with this. One last thought. One last thought. One last thought. Okay? It all starts with your thoughts. Your thoughts become your words. Your words become your actions. Your actions become your habits. I'll write it down for you. Your habits become your character. And your character determines your destiny. And for $5, I got a question. What's the difference between image and character? Does anybody know? And what's image? You guys are smart. You got $5. Meet me at the car. So that's it. The difference. Image is what you do and who you are when people are around watching you. Your character is what you are and what you do when there's nobody around watching you. But even though you think somebody's not watching you, they are. Believe me, somebody's always watching you. So that's it, guys. Thank you. Hey, listen up! Hey! Listen up! Listen up! Come on, guys. You gotta get fired up. You guys got a big game. You gotta shut them out, okay? You guys want pizza? Lookers! Hey, I'll live up to my end of the deal. Will you live up to your end? Yeah! Let's go! Who are we? Hey! What are we? Hey! Are you ready? Yeah! Are you fired up? Yeah! Let's take it to the top! The very top! Let's rock and roll! Ziggy zaggy, ziggy zaggy!
Let's drink!
Hey.
James, weak. What?
Cheer, man.